peeps. Moving fast. This week, you're like a tethered hot air balloon. Capricorn, get ready to release the rope and sail. This week begins with the sun in Virgo in your house of education, making squares to the north node and south node. Capricorn, you may be quite busy today preparing for the upcoming educational year. You could have kids who have recently started school or might be back in college. New schedules are changing and lunches need to be packed. Time for a new routine. On Tuesday, the sun moves to make an inconjunct with Saturn in your house of cash money. Right now, you might be putting out more money than you are taking in. These are for legitimate bills like education, prepaying insurance, or putting a down payment on a future trip. This means your cash flow might be tight and you could be shuffling money from one account to another. But Capricorn, you're naturally good with money and it all balances in the end. Okay. Next up is Aquarius. This week, you're like a rock climber making decisions with each handhold. Aquarius, you're up for the adventure. This week begins with the sun in Virgo in your house of resources from others, making squares to the north and south node. Today, you're making some financial choices. Aquarius, you're either thinking of the future or your big plans, or both. Or you are thinking about right now and that awesome pair of studded boots you just put in your shopping cart. Now, financially prudent future you is arguing with the live for the moment current you, and the battle begins. Ooh, not good. With the sun moving to make an inconjunct with Saturn in your own sign of Aquarius and in your house of confidence. Today's about believing you can do what's necessary to achieve your goals. This often means an uphill climb. The obstacles are not there to frustrate you, but to make you stronger. A positive attitude helps you grow wings. All right. Last but not least, Pisces. This week, you may feel like you're running to catch a train. Pisces, recognize this is your own locomotive and it will wait for you. This week begins on Sunday with the sun in Virgo in your house of relationships, making squares to the north and south node. When it comes to your relationship, Pisces may be wondering if it's time to have a serious talk with your sweetheart. Talking is the only thing that can bring about improvements. Brace yourself. It's a rocky road ahead and not the ice cream type. On Tuesday, the sun moves to make an inconjunct to Saturn in Aquarius in the house of your shadow self. Scheduling some downtime would be a great choice today. Consider a day of self-care, journaling, and perhaps a massage. Take time to walk through an old forest or sit by a brook and listen to the water flowing by. Today's a good day to rest your body, mind, and spirit, and that concludes the 77th edition of the Astrology Report. Okay. And you know what that means, people? It's time for our vocabulary session. That's right. Okay, give me 1 second here. All right, here we go. Our first vocabulary of week 77 is sluggish. Sluggish. Say it with me, everybody. Sluggish. Very good. Okay, sluggish is an adjective, and it means slow to respond, markedly slow in movement, flow, or growth. Sluggish. All right. Number 2, lagging. Lagging. Say it with me, everybody. Lagging. Very good. All right. Lagging is a noun. No, it's not. It's actually a verb. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, boy. Bear with me, people. Technical problem again. Okay, verb. This is the correct one. Goodness. To fail to maintain a desired pace or to keep up, to fall or stay behind. Lagging. Much better. Okay, on to number 3, plotting. Plotting. Not plotting, plodding. Say it with me, everybody. Plotting. Pretty good. Okay. Plodding is, or to plod is a verb. To walk heavily or slowly. To proceed slowly or tediously. To tread slowly or heavily along or over. Plodding. All right, moving on. Number 4 is leisurely. Leisurely. Say it with me, everybody. Leisurely. I like it. Okay, leisurely means without haste. Unhurried. Leisurely. It's an adverb, by the way. Tell me if I don't say the part of speech. Okay. Ooh, one second. What's going on today? Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm back. Number 5, slow motion. Slow motion. Say it with me, everybody. Slow motion. I'm in slow motion until I have my coffee. Okay. Slow motion. Adjective. Okay. Moving very slowly. Slow motion. Pretty simple there, huh? Moving very slowly. All right. Fair enough. Number 6 is sedate. Sedate. Say it with me, everybody. Sedate. Very good. Okay, sedate is an adjective. Keeping a quiet, steady pace. Sedate. Do you guys see the theme with our vocabulary this week? I do. Did I just snort? I did. Wait, sloths don't snort, Brandon. Maybe they do. I don't know. Okay, number 7, unhurried. Unhurried. Say it with me, everybody. Unhurried. That's right. Unhurried is an adjective, and it means not hurried, leisurely. Pretty simple. Okay. Number 8 this week is gradual. Gradual. Say it with me, everybody. Gradual. Perfect. All right. Gradual is an adjective. It means moving, changing, or developing, or often imperceptible degrees, proceeding by steps. Okay. On to the next, number 9, creeping. Creeping. Say it with me, everybody. Creeping. Very good. Okay, creeping means developing or advancing by slow, imperceptible degrees. And it's an adjective, by the way. Which I think most of our words this week will be. Okay. Number 10, slacker. Slacker. Say it with me, everyone. Slacker. Very good. All right. Slacker is a noun, a person who shirks work or obligation. Shirks, huh? A person, and especially a young person, who is perceived to be lacking ambition. Slacker. All right. On to number 11, crawling. Crawling. Say it with me, everybody. Crawling. Perfect. Crawling is a verb. To move slowly in a prone position without or as if without the use of limbs. To move or progress slowly or laboriously. Okay. To fail to stay evenly spread. Crawl. All right. Number 12, decelerate. Decelerate. Oh, say it with me, everyone. Decelerate. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Decelerate, verb, to reduce the speed of, to slow down, to decrease the rate of progress of, to move at decreasing speed. Decelerate. Okay. And last but not least, our final vocabulary of week 77 is strolling. So slow. We're lagging. I want to finish. Show strolling. There it is. Strolling. Say it with me, everybody. Strolling. Perfect. Okay, to stroll is a verb. To walk in a leisurely or idle manner. Very slow, right? That's pretty much everything this week, slowness. It's the theme. All right, guys, that is going to do it for the 77th edition of Vocabulary. Okay. Ooh, I need a stretch. It's been a slow morning. Oh, it's cold here in Serbia. I think we have 12 degrees outside. right now. So I'm ready to curl back up in my blanket in bed. That's for sure. All right. Number 77, world's slowest animals. And we have a few here in the picture. You know, we have the sloth, we have the seahorse, we have the giant turtle, we have a snail, we have a starfish behind me, which is going to be hard to see, and some kind of a worm or slug or something, I think. But that's not official. It's time to get official. All right. And we're gonna check a couple of sources to see if they are consistent. Okay. Why would you start with the slowest? Okay. All right. Number 10. I should share this. Yeah, I'm going to share it. And I'm frozen. No, I'm not. Okay. Here we go. Coming in at number 10, the manatee. Manatees, also known as dugongs or sea cows, are marine animals that live in shallow waters in tropical oceans around the world. They are herbivores and feed on underwater plants. Rather than actively moving, these animals depend on the water current to carry them to new feeding grounds and passively float along with it. Because of their large body size and the absence of specialized swimming organs like fins, flippers, or a strong tail, these are some of the slowest animals in the world. Nancy, how's it going? Welcome to number 77 here on Englishing with Jings. We're talking about the top 10 world's slowest animals. And I am a sloth today. Okay. Number 10 is the manatee. The 9th slowest animal in the world is the Gila Monster. This beautiful guy right here. Good evening to you, Nancy. Actually, it's still morning here. So good morning to me. All right, the Gila Monster. This slow-moving animal is a very secretive creature in the deserts of southwestern America and is one of the major predators of the region. It does not venture out in the open very frequently, and so is difficult to spot. Because of its slow speed, it does not chase, but rather hides and waits for its prey to approach. At a time, this animal can eat up to a third of its body weight and stores the extra carbohydrates as fats to utilize during the winter when food is scarce. Smart. All right. The 8th slowest animal in the world is the loris. The loris, also known as the slow loris, is a nocturnal animal in the world living in Southeast Asia and is the slowest primate in the world. It has human-like hands that help it hold on and climb branches, and the strong limbs enable it to live on trees, away from predators lurking on the ground. The loris has large eyes and has excellent night vision. It moves in very slow motions to conserve energy and has a maximum speed of 2 kilometers per hour. Wow, it's slow. And by the way, I never knew that seahorses were slow, but coming in at number 7, the seahorse. I thought they were fast. Okay, seahorse is one of the marine color-changing animals that looks very peculiar and is easily identified by its snout, spiny body, and coiled tail. Compared to its body size, it has very small fins that are not very strong, and this makes the movements of this animal very slow. At the most, this animal can only travel at 0.5 miles per hour. It is interesting to note that seahorses are one of the very few animals in which the male takes care of the brood. The male takes care of the babies. Pygmy seahorse is listed under beautiful pink animals. Okay, you say so. All right, coming in at number 6, the banana slug. It definitely looks like a banana. Huh. This common slug is a mollusk and has no shell, thus making it visibly different from a garden snail. The banana slug is one of the slowest animals in the world and is named after the yellow colored body that is shaped like a banana. The slug moves by contracting its body and is a ground dweller. It can survive underground for several years in a moist, well-ventilated soil. Because of its body movement, it can travel at a maximum speed of 0.2 miles per hour. And the slugs are not going to win the race. Okay, number 5, and one of the cutest animals in the world, I think, the koala bear. The koala bear, so cute, by the way, is commonly called the koala bear, but it belongs to a category of animals called marsupials. Also, one of the cutest animals in the world, see, I just said that, they know, is native to Australia and, like the sloth, spends most of its time high up in trees. Eucalyptus trees are a favorite habitat of the koala, and they also eat eucalyptus leaves. The strong limbs and broad tail of this animal allow it to stay up in trees for long durations of time and make it a fast climber. But it is one of the wonderful Australian animals in the world. And you didn't say nothing about its speed. Okay. Coming up in number 4, the giant tortoise. The giant tortoise also is known as the Galapagos tortoise, and it is large and heavy, making it one of the slowest animals in the world. It is one of the endemic animals of Galapagos Island. Also seen in the Seychelles Island and has the longest lifespan among vertebrates. It is a very heavy animal and can weigh up to 350 kilos. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize they were that big. The heavy shell, large, thick legs, and heavy body make this animal particularly slow. Since it has no natural predators, the slow speed is not a threat to its life. Nobody's messing with the giant tortoise. All right, the garden snail. Garden or land snails are commonly found all over the world and can be differentiated from garden slugs by the presence of a coiled shell on their backs that is absent in slugs. This large shell inhibits their movement, and they cannot move faster than a few feet an hour. Snails move by expanding and contracting their bodies and recede until if they sense danger. The hibernating animal goes into hibernation during the winter and emerges again to breed during the monsoon. Cluster-winged snail is one of the amazing bioluminescent animals. Cool. Number 2, the starfish. She didn't know that starfish move. You know what? I didn't either until about a year ago when I was watching a TV special about sea life. They move like, I don't know, a decoration on the bottom of the ocean. I had no idea. Okay, the starfish, this amazing animal is not actually belongs to the phylum Echinodermata. It has no blood, circulatory system, or brain and can regenerate lost body parts like severed limbs. This animal moves only about 0.02 miles per hour, but can travel long distance to speed. There are over 2,000 species of starfish found in the wild, and none of them is adept at moving about. Huh. Me. The three-toed. Well. It looks like one I'm looking at is exactly the same. Last week we had some differences. Okay, let's see. Same. I don't think I'm going to find any different results, peeps. I think that's it. Okay, let's see. Bear with me. Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. Manatees live in shallow water and are easily spotted since they're always found just floating on top of the water rather than, say, actually moving. All right, koala bear. People, I'm sorry. What the heck? Bear with me, bear with me. I'm almost there. All right, Gila Monster, number 9. The 9th slowest animal in our top 10 slowest animals in the world is the Gila Monster. It may look like it has a higher speed, but it moves really slow and moves really slow to conserve energy. It can move faster if it wants, but its regular speed is 5 miles per hour. But the speed can increase up to 15 miles per hour if the situation occurs. It usually eats birds, fish, lizards, snakes, frogs, and other small animals. The Gila monster's lifespan is around 20 years, but in captivity, it can live up to 30 years. An adult Gila monster can have 1 meter sizes, where the usual Gila monster size is around 0.7 of a meter. I'm trying to convert metric. All right. I don't like that. Okay, the loris, number 8. Loris is a medium-sized primate native to Southeast Asia. They have human-like hands, we know this, and follows twisted, like movements very slowly. Loris can only make a maximum speed of 1.2 miles per hour. The special lumbering helps them to keep away from predators. Let them live without fear. Loris is also seem to be a poisonous animal. One bite will inject enough venom to harm you. I don't know about kill you, but it'll harm you. Okay. What is going on here? Okay, next. Koala bear. The koala bear has a high fiber and low nutrient diet. It also has an extremely slow metabolic rate. These animals store little to no fat in their bodies and conserve energy wherever possible, primarily by sleeping and moving very slowly. Koalas possess a great sense of smell, but have extremely poor eyesight and spend most of their time living on the treetops, eating eucalyptus leaves and not moving much. Okay, the giant tortoise. Number 8, giant tortoise species are native to many animals, with the most famous of them being the giant Galapagos tortoise of the Galapagos Islands. These animals move for only a couple of kilometers a day and have a maximum speed of 0.3 kilometers per hour. They have heavy shells and tend to walk around between their feeding areas in the early morning or late afternoon, spending the rest of their time grazing and resting. As we learned before, they have no natural predators. So, the tortoise of Galapagos Islands walks along animal paths through undergrowth known as tortoise highways. The giant tortoise is also famous for being the longest living creature on Earth. It can live for up to 150 years, guys. Slow but long living. Okay, 7, the Gila Monster. Gila monsters are a species of venomous lizard found in southwestern USA. They are also the world's slowest lizards. They're one of the bigger animals on the list of slow animals, growing up to 0.4 meters, and have the ability to kill and consume prey up to 1/3 of their body size. Nice. Gila monsters spend much of their time underground resting. They store high quantities of fat in their bodies, and this allows them to hunt less frequently. They can reach speeds of 2.4 kilometers per hour when they go hunting, so they're not much threat to humans despite their size and venom. Okay, starfish. There are about 2,000 different species of starfish. Asteroidea. This is the genus. Okay, in all of the world's oceans, from cold seafloors to tropical waters, although not much is known about this creature, it's known that most starfish are very slow. They use the wiggly tubes at the bottom of their arms to crawl at speeds of around 15 centimeters per minute or 0.009 kilometers per hour. That's pretty slow. Slower than me in the morning without my coffee. Okay, banana slug. Slugs, like garden snails, are slow-moving gastropod mollusks. However, unlike snails, slugs do not have shells, and this lack of shells can help them beat the garden snail in a race. The banana slug is an extremely slow slug species with a maximum speed at just over 8 centimeters per minute or 0.48 kilometers per hour. Slugs move by propelling themselves along using the contractions of their single muscular foot. Their foot has glands that secrete mucus along the way that lubricates their path and reduces friction. The banana slug also has a mucus plug at the end of its tail it uses to produce an elastic cord of slime to rappel down from high places. I did not know that. They're like spiders. Wow. Learn something new every day. Okay, the slow loris. The Southeast Asian slow loris, as the name implies, is one of the slowest animals in the world. It also has the dubious reputation of being the world's only venomous primate. These creatures are nocturnal and have toxins in their mouth and elbows they use to cover their fur to discourage predators and go after prey. Because of this special protection from predators, the slow loris has evolved to be a very slow animal. Wouldn't we say devolved? Reaching about 1.9 kilometers per hour at maximum speed. The slow loris is also able to cover 8 kilometers in one night. It can also strike very fast when within reach of its preferred instinct prey. Okay. Seahorse, number 3. One of the slowest animals in the world is the dwarf seahorse, a small species of seahorse that can be found in the Bahamas and some parts of the United States. An interesting fact about this animal is that it has one mate for life. Oh, the seahorse gets married. I didn't know that. The Guinness Book of World Records notes that seahorse as the slowest moving fish, with a hair raising the top speed of about 150 centimeters per hour. Seahorses cannot make much movement in the water to propel themselves due to their unique body features, so they rely instead on drifting along with the ocean current. In this slow movement that allows them to sneak up on prey like small crustacea undetected. They're sneaky. Makes sense. All right, number 2, the garden snail. We've all seen the garden snail. Snails possess one muscular foot, which makes them move very slowly. According to a study of 450 garden snails using various tools, the maximum speed of garden snails is around 1 meter per hour or just 0.001 kilometers per hour. Super slow. All right, like slugs, muscular contractions of their muscular foot enable garden snails to move. They release a stream of mucus to reduce friction and lubricate their paths. This is why garden snails leave a trail of slime in their wake. Unlike slugs, snails have thick coiled shells they can retract into on their backs. This makes them need less speed when trying to avoid predators. I bet they go into that shell fast though, don't they? Uh-huh. All right, and once again, the three-toed sloth, my favorite, and my persona on IG today. Stretchies. This is one of the most popular, slowest animals in the world. The sloth is so popular that the Bible references its sluggish behavior as one of the 7 deadly sins. Three-toed sloths are native to the tropical forests of Central America and can be found in the treetops. They move at an agonizingly slow pace of 2.4 meters per minute on the ground. In the treetops, sloths can pick up their speed and move at 4.6 meters per minute. These animals are so slow, they have algae growing in their coats, giving them a greenish tinge. They spend their days at the treetops and have an incredibly low metabolic rate and require only a few leaves for nutrition. They are so slow, it even takes time for food to digest. The anatomy of sloths also differs from other animals. They possess very long arms with very short shoulder blades that give them an extensive reach without moving too much, allowing them to save energy while making the same movements as other animals. Okay, a little extra information. All right, which one of these slow animals is your favorite, people? Are you a sloth fan? Snails? Seahorses? Starfish? Loris? Slugs? The Gila Monster? Tortoise? Koala Bear? Manatee? I don't know. Of these top 10 slowest animals in the world, I can tell you one thing. My 2 favorite, and it's very hard to decide which one I like best, is the sloth, of course, and the koala bear. I really love koala bears. They're so soft, cuddly, and cute, and they're nice. Koala bears are very, very, very nice. In fact, when we had the super wildfires in Australia back in 2019, a lot of koala bears were killed in the fires. But here's an amazing fact about the koala bears. They were spotted during the fires helping other animals escape the forest. Koala bears were walking back into the fires to help other koala bears and other animals that were trapped or scared. They're brave and they're good. Now, I think they're on the endangered species list because so many died. in Australia. And this breaks my heart. That's the only example I've ever seen in my life where an animal will walk back into a dangerous situation and save other species of animals. Beautiful, really beautiful. They're nice. Koala bears are definitely nice and very cute. And I really hope there's some way that they're trying to, how can we say this, conserve and regrowth the population of koala bears, because they're beautiful, beautiful little creatures. Okay, people. And I'm finding out that did not even see that earlier. Ethan Chan's birthday is on September 5th, so that would make him Virgo, right? Yeah, he's a Virgo. Ethan, you're a Virgo. Virgo's a great sign. Some of my most dear people are Virgo. So, okay, guys, I think that's going to do it for this week's edition, number 77 of Englishing with Jings. We discussed 10 of the slowest animals in the world, and the lists that we discovered are consistent. They're all pretty much the same, with one or two exceptions of switching of order. So I can tell you that we gave you a pretty accurate, detailed list of the top 10 slowest animals in the world. This was fun. We did the fastest, we did the slowest. We learned a lot of fast vocabulary, and we learned a lot of slow vocabulary. Very cool. Guys, this has been great. Oh, hang on one second. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm so easily distracted, like a sloth. They're even slower than that. Okay. No more jokes. Guys, it's been fun. 2-part series. I think we're going to do this again in the future. More 2-part series. And also remember, we have the career series as well. We're coming up with some great ideas these days. Everybody have a wonderful week. And we'll see you next Sunday for number 78. And I promise you, it'll be great, just like every other show that we've done. Until then, everybody, have a great week. Bye for now.